Hey YouTube, just wanted to give you some of my impressions and share some of my experience with growing sugarcane. I live in Zone 9B, which is near the Palm Springs area. I was gifted a couple of small stalks of sugarcane from a friend's yard, and I decided to go ahead and plant them. I planted the stalks, which were maybe 6 inches long each, on their sides. And sure enough, in a pretty short amount of time, maybe within a few weeks, I started seeing new shoots popping up. This is a couple of years later, and as you can see, I've cut quite a few of them down already. I tried making a cider using champagne yeast, but to no avail. Unfortunately, it oxidized and had a pretty off-putting smell, sort of like what gym socks or wet cardboard might smell like. I gave it a taste regardless, and it also tasted terrible, so I had to pour all 3 gallons of it out. But here are my sugarcane stalks, and they reach approximately 12 to 13 feet in height. This is my juicer, which I purchased online. I don't have it set up to a motor. I just manually crank the wheel, and it's a lot of fun to use. It's definitely a novelty, not something that you see around here very often. This little screen contraption that is included makes a huge difference, and you end up with really nice juice with hardly any sediment in it. As far as fertilizer goes, I typically throw some Osmocote pellets on it a few times a year. Not too many, just a couple handfuls maybe. And I was recently made aware that I need to be using something with a lot more nitrogen in it. So I went on Amazon and I found a bottle of nitrogen-rich fertilizer, which is under the label Mission. So I went ahead and ordered that. I'm going to start using that as well, and just observing growth from here on out. Here in the desert, the sugarcane already grows really quickly. We have great water here, obviously tons of sunshine, but I still feel the need to give it that boost. Since I was apparently born with a green thumb and I enjoy being out in the backyard. Trimming that you have to do. The stalks start getting a little bit shaggy, but most of that just pulls off by hand as it gets dry. And it does spread out, but nowhere near like watermelon or even mint. It tends to stay in its own area and of course go skyward. Those utility lines that you saw are just internet lines and low or no voltage lines, so I'm not concerned about that. They're nowhere near the power lines that are growing sugarcane. If you have somewhere in your yard with direct sunlight, and if it's a plant that you're interested in juicing or sharing, one more note about my juicer. I had it on a fairly unsteady table before. It was one of those plastic fold-up Costco type tables, and that juicer weighs so much that the table was actually beginning to bow in the middle. I went ahead and invested in more of like a commercial kitchen stainless steel type of table, and that works way better. It brings it up to a height that's really convenient as well. And I just try to keep the juicer covered with an old beach towel so the sun doesn't beat it up too much. Cut a couple of stalks and take you through that juicing process so you can decide for yourself whether it's something you're interested in or not. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and feel free to leave a comment so I can get back to you, and have a great